And back when my mom was little, it was acceptable to say to the child, go out and pick a switch, and then I'm going to beat you with it. But nowadays, that's abuse. So I just want to say about childhood abuse, neglect. Um, it does have dire consequences on our country, on our families, and on our children. I know abuse, I know emotional abuse, because I get that from people because I have a bipolar. They hear, oh, you're bipolar, then they walk away and say, stay away, before fully investigating who I am as a person. People in my own family, whatever their issues, I feel like they have some issues too that they're unresolved. Probably derogatory comments about crazy people or the color of your skin, that wears on a child. And there's a bunch of people that are racist. I mean, they just don't want to accept, because when you do that, you have to wrap your mind around all the people in prison. What did they get when they were a child? Did they get abused, neglected? Is that from segregation and slavery and the lack of education and ample opportunities for them to participate in our society to learn its rules? Or do they feel like they're an outsider like I do? I just talked to a medical doctor. He's like, oh, I'm glad you got help. But some people just freak out. It's like you're manic or you're depressed. You don't sleep. But the educated people, I enjoy talking to, and we can discuss it without flying off the handle. I really feel it's the neglect of other people's intelligence to not understand the crisis that we're having with poor people, white, black, Hispanic, and they end up in jail, versus positive affirmations, activities that would change the scope of our prison systems to be very limited and not be very many people at all, and also mental health care. And the doctor I just spoke with, he's like, you're right, we need some good psychiatrists. I was with a psychiatrist 8 years, in and out of hospitals at least 2 or 3 times a year, ECT. She didn't know about the medicine clozapine, so I went to a new doctor, and he put me on that. And I'm working a job, which I couldn't do for years and years and years after the stress of my divorce. So there's a lot of people that haven't caught up to that idea. They just want to live in the past and be angry. That's the funny thing about my family, is they're supposedly so intelligent when it comes to inner city relations with black people, Hispanic. I mean, my dad hated Hillary Clinton. But I was like, I really listened. I was like, well, okay, yeah, she's a woman. Yeah, she may be delusional. I don't know. But just his wrath and anger is what I feel he fears in me. Something he can't control.